what we want to do today is just show you a quick and dirty ankle tape.
My ankle's not that dirty. It's
Yes.
pretty clean. I just showered.
So for this situation, this is going to be for the coach who's out on the road with no trainer at a tournament, and the player has twisted their ankle. There's not a lot of swelling. There's not a lot of pain, 1 or 2 out of 10. They can hop on their foot and they can walk. If the player can't walk, if they can't hop on their leg, and the pain is greater than five, the player wouldn't be playing. So Marlene is going to show us some of the things that you should have in your bag, and how to do the quick and dirty, or actually clean tape.
Easy tape job.
Easy
That's
tape
it.
job.
Okay, so at any drugstore, you can buy any product. This one happens to be Buy Band-Aid, and all they are is blister pads, okay? And they come in various different sizes. And what you would want is a bunch of those because players do get blisters, but for ankle sprains, if you just stick them on the heels so that the tape doesn't cause friction, like that, and you can put a couple of them underneath, okay? And then what you're going to need is to purchase some of this 3-inch trainer's, what we call light wrap, okay, or Econo wrap. It's flexy, as you can see, and it stretches, okay, and it will act for compression and like a little bit of like a small tensor band. Then you'll need some just classic trainer's tape, okay, 1.5 inches, and it doesn't stretch, okay. And if you can get this, what we call Leuco tape, it's like duct tape for therapists that's really stabilizing. So you just take your little tensor band tape and you're going to do figure 8s around the ankle just like you would with a tensor band. You start above the ankle and you apply some pressure and a little stretch on the tape. You never go around and around because that creates a tourniquet. You just go around the ankle, cross in front of the ankle, underneath the arch, back up, cross in front of the ankle. Now you're going to go behind the ankle, down around the heel bone, keeping always a bit of tension in the tape, back up under the arch, cross in front. Your crosses should stay on top of one another. Come behind the ankle, around the ankle bone, the heel bone, and then back up over top in that cross again. And then you just cut your tape. Okay? Then I take a piece of the duct tape type tape and I just place on top so that doesn't move. Now, that will restrict the player a little bit. It'll give them some just feeling of compression, so it'll keep any swelling that may be occurring in the ankle under control. And it'll give them a little bit better proprioceptive awareness that the ankle is stable. Now, if you want to try and make it more stabilizing so they don't roll, you can take your duct tape and just come up under the ankle like a stirrup, and then come up over the little ankle bump, the little bone, and just press that down like that. And you could do 2 or 3 of those, but keeping it all within that part of the arch. And that acts like a little stay in a brace that won't allow the ankle to flip over. So if you put 2 or 3 of those, then it will give a bit more stability for the ankle not to turn inwards, which is the way they tend to sprain it. And then you could, again, just to make it a little more stable, you can put a little piece over top so the tape doesn't move. Now what I recommend, because for the player before they put their sock on and that, is you take baby powder and you put it all around so it slides and absorbs a little bit of the sweat. You can put a little Vaseline right here at the heel. So again, there's no friction happening in the player's shoe, and they're good to go.
I would say that if this basic tape job doesn't suffice in terms of comfort and you still feel that you have trouble walking, I personally would recommend that you think about maybe not playing. So that is also important. And if it can be as pretty as Marlene has made it, that's a bonus.